In this video, I'm going to share with you how I made $1,800 from just $500 in a single day. This isn't some complicated method. Any beginner trader can repeat it, but there are certain conditions. So right now, I'll walk you through the entire strategy, share all the tools you need to make money, and after this video, you'll be able to achieve the same results in just a few days. So get comfortable, and let's get started. First, I want to open my trade at 20%. That's $100.12. That's about the level of risk per trade I want to set for this video. Next, I'll show you how you can place even bigger amounts without taking on too much risk. For my first trade, I'm choosing the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. Let's select it in the bot and set the trade time to 1 minute. I'm getting a sell signal. Right from here, I open my sell trade for 20%, and now I just watch this trade. I'm not doing any analysis myself. I'm completely trusting the booster bot. Great! The first trade brings me $90. So for the next trade, I want to open it again for 20%. That's already $118. As you can see, without any analysis, we made a good move and, as a result, made some money on it. By the way, yeah, right now you can follow the link in the description and activate this bot. This robot is available to all our subscribers. So subscribe to our Telegram channel, to AO Booster Bot, and then activate this robot. I'll leave the link in the description, so make sure you don't miss this chance to earn. Since the robot is available to everyone, you don't need to download anything. Just subscribe to our channel, and then you can activate this machine. So I'll leave the link to it in the description, but let's move on. I'm choosing the currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Now I go back to the booster bot, select the same currency pair, and set the trade time to 1 minute. I get a buy signal, and right from here, I open my trade for $118. Why did I start with $500? Usually, I use much larger amounts in my videos, but here I want to show exactly how beginners can get started. So even if you only have $500, you can actually grow that amount pretty quickly. That's why it's optimal to start with this amount when using the booster bot, and accordingly, you'll be able to earn even without any analysis. You have to understand that you won't double or triple your deposit in one day without any experience. But even so, it's actually possible. Just practice for at least a few hours, and then you'll see your first results. Unfortunately, at the last moment, the trade closed at a loss, and as a result, I'm currently down about $30. But that's not a big deal, because thanks to risk management, we can open a trade for 30% and, accordingly, cover this loss with a profit of $141. Let's see how this works in practice. And to cover this loss, I need to choose one of three currency pairs: Euro-dollar, Euro-Australian dollar, or Euro-Swiss franc. I'm choosing the Euro-dollar currency pair now, selecting it in the booster bot, and setting the trade time to 1 minute. I get a sell signal, and right from here, without any analysis, I open my sell trade for $140 or 30%. If there's a really strong impulse now, then I'll cover my loss and even come out with a small profit. And this trade already brings me $104. As you can see, my balance is in the positive. I've covered my loss. And let's open the next trade again for 30%. That's already $173. For the next currency pair, I'm choosing the British pound dollar. And now I go back to the booster bot again, select this currency pair, and set the trade time to 1 minute. And I get a sell signal, and right from here, I open a sell trade. As you can see, there's quite a deep downward movement here, and accordingly, we can see that the price was moving down, then reached this level, and now it might bounce back well from it. So I suggest we watch this trade. This trade closes at break-even. That means I didn't make any money or lose any right now. Okay, that happens sometimes. We accept this situation and move on to another currency pair: British pound, Japanese yen. Let's try to open a trade here with the booster bot. I'm getting a buy signal, and right from here, after such a strong impulse, I open my buy trade. As you can see, I'm not doing any analysis, and even with that, meaning even if I make a mistake, the booster bot still forgives a lot. But if you improve your entry points and your choice of currency pair, then trading will become much easier for you, and accordingly, you'll increase your win rate. That's why I recommend you practice with this bot for at least 2 hours before moving on to serious percentages. Serious percentages are, for example, from 15 to 25. Before that, when you don't have experience, I advise you to trade with a maximum of 5 or 10%. A whole 25 points brings me $142. Let's open the next trade at 35%. And look, here's the nuance. If we open a trade for $250 here, we pretty much lose nothing except our time. That's why I'll open the next trade for $250, and my balance will stay intact. I choose the US dollar to Japanese yen currency pair, go to the booster bot, and select the same currency pair. I set the trade time to 1 minute. And I get a buy signal. I am initiating a buy trade right from this precise moment and specific location. Subsequently, I have successfully managed to secure a substantial profit of $186 from this particular and highly profitable trading endeavor. So, as you can see, I've already almost doubled my deposit. And now we can even focus not on percentages, but just on the amount. So, the next trade will open for 400 bucks. Now I choose the euro to Australian dollar currency pair. And the trade time is also 1 minute. When we're quickly increasing our deposit like this, I recommend setting the trade time to 1 minute. And, accordingly, use a highly volatile market during this time. Well, right now, I wouldn't say it's extremely volatile, but still, there's some volatility here. Just compare these two segments, this one and this one. And, accordingly, we can see that here the volume isn't very high, the price is kind of stagnant, but over here trading is really active. So it's better for us to choose a volatile market. On that, we can earn money very quickly and efficiently. And I made $356 from this trade. I've already increased my deposit 2.5 times, and I can open the next trade for $700, and at the same time, I won't be risking anything. Even at 760 bucks, that's exactly the amount I'll use for the next trade. For the next currency pair, I choose euro dollar. I select it in the booster bot and set the trade time to 1 minute. I get a sell signal, and right from here, I open a sell trade. As you can see, the whole time I haven't done any heavy analysis. The booster bot did all the analysis for me, so I just copied its direction and then simply opened the trade. Yes, of course, I do recommend that you really learn how to choose currency pairs and pick the best entry points, and then you'll be able to multiply your profits several times over. So the most important thing is to practice, and then you'll be able to replicate these results just as well. And remember about the risks. Of course, that's a very important thing, especially if you're a beginner. I don't recommend taking too many risks. That is, set aside a maximum of 5 or 10% per trade, and that should be your limit. Later, with experience, you'll get to 10, 15, even 20%. However much you want. But still, as you can see, modern technology helps us avoid taking big risks and even make money without experience. 560 bucks just landed in my account, and I almost quadrupled my deposit. Just think about that. Once again, let me remind you that you can get this robot through the link in the description. It's available to all our subscribers, so subscribe to Ida's Telegram channel, and then our robot will automatically become available to you. Anyway, I'll leave the link in the description. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit like, and see you soon.